Yeah, hi. Alrighty, folks, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late, out of date AEW Dynamite review. I wish I recorded this video sooner or uploaded, but sadly I was very tired last night to do a review. So here's a review now to do it. I will say this. The show wasn't the worst I've seen. Definitely better than last week or better than a bunch of Dynamites. I will go on to say this. This is actually one of the very few Dynamites that I actually don't hate. I'm surprised that the Dynamite wasn't actually the worst Dynamite I've seen. There was still some stupid shit that happened, don't get me wrong, and still a lot of jobber indie stupid shit that happened. But it wasn't the worst show I've seen. It definitely is a way better show. One of the way better Dynamites I've ever seen in ever when it's like been produced, like ever since like Dynamite has been a thing or AEW's been a thing. It's definitely one of the better shows I've seen from AEW. I will go on to say that. Definitely they try to go a bit all out, as they say, for this show because their pay-per-view All-In's coming up this weekend, this Sunday. Am I going to review Collision? There's no, I don't know. I might just do, again, they taped Collision already. They taped Rampage and Collision. They're all going to, the UK, getting ready for that. Hope they all have a safe trip and whatever. Hope all it goes well. What does that mean for me trying to watch All In? Definitely All In. I'll definitely try to watch. It's going to be early in the day. I believe it will be early in the day, and hopefully, I'll find something good to watch it because there's no way I'm spending. I'm sorry, even though the show wasn't terrible, I'm not spending $50, $60 something dollars, especially in the pay-per-view nowadays in wrestling. When unfortunately a lot of shit in wrestling nowadays are pretty boring and trash. So it's just my opinion. I'm not gonna, because I could still probably be disappointed to not really want to see a pay-per-view like All In my honest opinion. Okay, it's just my honest opinion, especially like in modern wrestling now. I don't think I want to spend a lot of money for a pay-per-view, and I don't even think, like, why is this pay-per-view even that much money? I don't even think fucking, on a beat. I understand this is their WrestleMania, maybe that's why it's costing $50 or something, but like every pay-per-view that AEW has done is cost $50 anyways. Back in the day, pay-per-views used to cost like $30 something, 30 or even $40, I believe. For like a B-level pay-per-view, like every pay-per-view that AEW has is like 50, like they pretend it's the WrestleMania. Basically, this is gonna be like their night 1 WrestleMania, and night 2 will be in All Out, some sort of sense. I'll definitely have more chance of watching this All In show, just to see how it is, and it'll be early in the day anyways. All Out, I don't think I'm going to watch it live because, again, that is the day of my birthday. That is actually my birthday. All Out is taking place on my birthday. Definitely that entire weekend, I don't think I'm looking forward to want to watch wrestling. Don't get me wrong. If I want to watch wrestling, I want to watch good wrestling, you know what I mean? On my birthday, I want good wrestling. Thankfully, last year, Clash at the Castle happened. It was a good wrestling show. But I don't think I'm going to I don't know. I'll try. I can't guarantee. But honestly, I'm not looking forward to wrestling on my wrestling weekend because those matches or those shows I'm not really looking forward to, whether it's Payback or fucking, I don't know. Payback might be the first WWE pay-per-view in a long time that might not be good. The same thing with freaking, what's this name? What's the stupid name? All Out. Okay, so there you go. Grab your Coca-Colas, drink it magnificently, inspire me, bitches go, oh shit. That's what I'm simply gonna do on my birthday weekend. That's for damn sure. Just, summer is ending, sadly. Let's have a good time and inspire me to bitches go, oh shit. Alright, people? Oh shit. Cheers, motherfucker. Cheers. Good stuff. So yeah, this was not a terrible Dynamite, even though it's some stupid jobber shit, but hey, at least they tried to do try to make this an epic type of shit, whatever. Show started with, it was supposed to be a tag match with the Young, okay, so this was also Fyter Fest. This show was also Fyter Fest, ladies and gentlemen. Like, nobody freaking noticed this was like also, isn't that funny? No one noticed that this was gonna be like a supposed weekly pay-per-view. They're still relying, trying to be called a weekly pay-per-view, and you're having a weekly pay-per-view before your actual pay-per-view. Like, what the hell? Whatever, there. So, the Elite were going to face the Bang Bang Gang and Konosuke Takeshita. Basically, I don't know, whatever. We were supposed to have a match. Kind of basically a preview of what we're already going to see anyways, like an All In. I don't know, I guess it's like a rehash of like the match, whatever. What happened, basically, a brawl broke out with just like the Elite, and then also the people who are involved with the Kenny Omega match, which is the take a shit guy. I think the Jay White guy. The fucking Bullet Club Gold guys, they all basically brawled. The Bullet Clubs basically brawled with each other. It's the battle of the Bullet Clubs. It's basically the NWO versus the NWO Silver, but more jobbers than ever. That's what it was. It wasn't what it was. Whatever. It was like a big brawl, really, but it's like, it's okay. It's not terrible, but it's like, all right. But you would expect this is what they're going to do in the main event. I mean, throughout the show, this was basically a best, like this, basically the entire show was all of them brawling, trying to make it seem like it's such a big event, everybody brawls and whatever. That's basically what happened throughout the show. Everybody brawling and shit like that, but it's like, okay. Trying really hard to try and sell this pay-per-view. Well, I mean, they should always try hard, but try good, Then MJF was interviewed by Renee Young after the brawl. It was supposed to be a match, which I thankfully, good. Thankfully, a match that with no real story or no real reason to care. It basically trans to a brawl, which I didn't mind. I don't mind that. We get MJF was interviewed by Renee Paquette. He says that he's like the 23 version of the British Bulldog because he's a better public speaker. Okay. He calls for the loudest main event in history of the sport, and he wants the fans to grab a beer and get pissed and cheer for him, and makes this the loudest pay-per-view, whatever, loudest match possible. He also promised everyone in the building a free pint, except he'll make that Mark Tony Khan pay for it. He says he's about to be the biggest headliner in the history of pro wrestling, and that's insane when you consider everyone who came before him, and he's standing in his shoulder of giants. He mentions some legend superstars like San Martino, Cena. Basically mentions like Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Bruno Sammartino, John Cena, that other have paved the way that he prepared to wrestle the biggest show in pro wrestling. And if he wins on Sunday, he become a giant himself. He says it's new for him, as he never had a genuine friend in his life, and that's not him trying to be funny or work us. That's real. Adam Cole made him a better person in a really short period of time and taught him that he let his guard down, and they're not just friends, they're brothers. Brothers fight, they're competitive, but they always make up and always hug it out. He gets why people are trusting him, and that he thinks about the worst thing that you've done in your life. He's probably done it twice, and all he asks is we go on a journey and be vulnerable with him, and he promised it will be rewarding. That's the first promise in his life, and he tends to keep, because he's not just a scumbag, he's our scumbag. Obviously, this is pointing like, it keeps adding to the idea, is he going to turn on Adam Cole? Is Adam Cole going to turn on him? The most case scenario that I think is mostly going to happen is most likely Adam Cole turning heel. I think MJF already had his time being as a heel. I don't mind him being a babyface right now. So if anything, I think MJF being a babyface right now is good. But what does this mean? Like, what's going to happen? Because obviously they're teasing the whole, what's the stupid name? Roderick Strong and his groupies, whatever, the Mike Bennett guy, whatever, the ROH people that no one fucking knows or cares about. Obviously, two scenarios. Well, I think that's probably the most kind of better thing to do, whether it's maybe Adam Cole joining them, or perhaps what they could just simply do, even though it would sound pretty gay or whatever, maybe Adam Cole and MJF, like, they legit have like a respectful wrestling match. They fight through the middle, and they all like. Obviously, MJF, like, I don't think he should be losing the title. Like, they all have this respectful match where, you know, they fought all out together. Like, you know, it was competitive. They all fucking fought, you know, and there's no turns or whatever, except they just get attacked, or one of them saves the fucking people from Roderick Strong and that groupies, whatever. That's what seems like, and, you know, you can keep that fucking friendship going in a way. I guess that's what they could always do. But then that's like would leave a sour taste to people. I don't know. I wouldn't hate it, you know, if they did that, you know, that type of deal. But that's what I guess people are expecting. People are expecting whether like one of these people to turn on each other, blah blah blah. But it looks like the most like logical thing that who's the one to turn heel. Obviously, people saying MJF, but in my honest opinion, like, you know, it's kind of too predictable or whatever. You might as well just do Adam Cole. Be the one who, if they have to do someone turning on each other. Does that mean Adam Cole wins the title? I don't fucking know. But, I mean, I don't think, in my honest opinion, Adam Cole should win the title, you know what I mean? But that's what seems like that's going on. That's just, you know, obviously, like, it's the can they coexist bullshit, you know what I mean? But it's like, can they coexist type of story in, like, a way better way than just a generic can they coexist shit, because they're trying to establish their, you know, friendship and all that kind of stuff. So, there you go. So, okay, whatever. Jon Moxley defeats Rey Fenix after Rey Fenix passes out. The match was whatever. BCC hits the ring. Will Yuta was up ready to hit Fenix with a crowbar, but then Eddie Kingston and Penta comes out, but Ortiz stops him. So Santana Ortiz are back. They joined a Blackpool Combat Club for some reason. Like, whether they're supposed to be friends with Kingston. This was kind of all over the place. Like, like this card is all over the place anyways. But again, it's all over the place. Like, why all of a sudden they turn on Kingston for some reason, whatever. Santana returned. Santana, I believe, was injured, right? But Santana, this guy looks fucking jacked. Like, holy shit, he looks fucking jacked. Like, he looks like holy fuck. He looks, like, what does that tell you, people? When you put effort to yourself, you're gonna fucking now spark some, like, ideal. Like, wow, you could be something. You know? It's that, again, it's that airport effect. When you look like somebody. You look like something. Santana, again, I never fucking pretended to care about Santana or Ortiz. They're the LAX ripoffs, right? But they're LAX for some reason. But Santana, I'm gonna remember him now because he's a fucking big dude. I only just remember they're like dudes that were part of Jericho's group and whatever, right? And they were like the LAX ripoffs. Now you clearly have a fucking one of the guys who looks like he looks fucking jacked as all hell. It's like, I'm gonna remember that dude, because that guy looks like he has some promise now. He looks like he has promise, because again, he put into work. He clearly put into work. Clearly was ready to come back. Can't say much more about Ortiz. Like, I don't know why he didn't put it. I mean, that would have been okay, right? Imagine these two buff Latino type of dudes and shit. Like, hell yeah, that's good tag team type of shit. But hey, I guess that's what they'll establish, you know. They'll do something. But hey, there'll be something for the tag team division. At least they're back, huh? Santana Ortiz, they attack Kingston and Penta in the ring. Blackpool Combat Club then eventually nails Phoenix with a crowbar. They basically did this because Rey Fenix was not cleared to go to All In due to his visa, so this was a way to get him out of the match, simply. So it's kind of predictable. Like, I knew damn well, like, when Rey Fenix was gonna face this guy. Again, I don't know who the fuck Rey Fenix is, nor do I care. But I knew, because again, based on the fucking news of wrestling, I knew this was gonna happen. So, Best Friends run out, and Blackpool Combat Club and Santana Ortiz retreat, and Rey Fenix is taken out in a stretcher. So yeah, this was definitely expected due to his visa issues. So yeah, I don't know. Will he get replaced? I don't know how many people they need in the match. I don't know how many people they need, but I don't know. People were saying, will he be replaced or whatever. Backstage, we see Kingston after the whole Rey Fenix thing. He says, "You saw what your husband did. Get a bigger mic out of my face. You saw what your husband did. I don't know. He's just saying that to Renee. He's angry at Renee, whatever. And I guess, trying to stop. Your husband's my buddy. He used to suck my dick. I can't believe he did that to my other dick sucker. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Alright, so backstage we see Sammy Guevara says Chris Jericho is his best friend and that his friends shouldn't be there for others where you go to down the wrong path and retreat. And he told Jericho that he'll be there for him. Angelo Parker tells Sammy that he does not want him to make the same mistake when blindsided by friendship and asks him if Jericho will be there for him. So I'm guessing they're going to do some, I don't know, they're trying to build up that intention. Will Jericho not care for Sammy? Or, like, what I even got is, like, what, will Sammy turn on Jericho? It's like, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so we got a contract, I guess we got a contract signing with this. I'm trying to, I don't know why this person did not leave all the description for this. Trying to find the description for this segment. So it's the freaking Jericho and Will Ospreay have like a in-ring segment together. I don't know why this guy did not fucking put the description. I don't know. I'm using different fucking stupid. Man, these people, like, they want to cover results and yet they don't fucking put on the full information. You fucking stupid fucking retards. I'm on this fucking page on Facebook called MPEN Wrestling. I have to follow a fucking few different fucking because again, there's no way I'm writing notes anymore. I'm no way writing notes. I can always go on fucking, read these long fucking notes on the websites, and I'm not doing that because it's just too much. I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. I need shit that gets straight to the fucking point, okay? You don't even need, like, to write every fucking thing, just get the gist of things down, you know what I mean? Now I have to fucking see if they have this all, like, this Wrestling 24 page. Oh boy, okay, come on, let me find this shit. Okay, I found it, I think. Alright. Please tell me you have the full... And this person did not even write the full information to, huh? Wow, great. I'm trying to find this information. Sorry, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Man, people don't know how to write anymore, huh? They don't know how to fucking... They just... Whatever. Oh wow, and the 4-day just says, they have a contract signing and ahead of their match. Basically, here's what I remember. So yeah, fucking, we'll just go by what they fucking point out. Some people are saying that this was sold the match, which I didn't mind this segment really, even though I don't know much about Will Ospreay. I don't care for him, but whatever, So Will Ospreay now he's part of the Don Callis family or whatever. Will Ospreay says, I done now have I'm from New Japan. I have now a stepson, because I got, that wife got cucked or whatever. I married into myself to take care of another person's son, blah, blah, blah. It's 6 months my contract comes up for New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm better than Danielson, I'm better than Punk, I'm better than the Elite. I don't know, that's something I got. All I know is that basically from this match, like, Jericho saying this is his most important match ever. It's more important than a WrestleMania. So get it, they name drop WrestleMania. It gotta make sense, huh? It gotta be true when they say this. I don't know, that's basically what was the big thing about this segment. He said, like, this is more important than a WrestleMania. I don't know. All I know from this, this match is like, Jericho, Jericho, you're the greatest of all time, I respect you, I looked up to you, but, I'm gonna beat you, some type of shit like that would happen. But then Jericho says, let me tell you something, Will Ospreay. I remember all the Meltzers and all the main John Meltzers and all the dirt sheets would say that you're wrestling a style that you're not gonna live longer, And I even contact you, but you said piss off. Let me tell you something. Raspberry. I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna not only deliver, but I'm gonna show you that you don't mess with the Jericho or whatever. And you better hope that you bring it at all in, so that we could take care of your stepson and your family, because you're not gonna survive, whatever, that type of shit. I don't know, it wasn't terrible, it wasn't bad. I know a lot of people were sold from this match because so they mentioned like indie terms. They liked how Jericho says this was gonna be bigger than any WrestleMania. Like, you do understand not everyone's gonna fucking watch this. Yeah. Not everyone knows this show is fucking happening, okay? So how is this gonna be bigger than any WrestleMania? I'm sorry, it's not. Just the truth, okay? Whatever. Poor Jericho, man. Obviously he's trying to make an ass for himself, just trying to make others look good, which I appreciate. Whatever, but it is what it is. Cole credits. Adam Cole, gets interviewed by Renee. Renee's like throughout the entire show. People are saying that, oh, she's having a run night with this in these interviews. Adam Cole credits MJF for helping him find himself again when and his confidence was at all-time low after returning from his injury. Cole says he didn't get into wrestling with a notion of just being a wrestler. He has to be the best wrestler, and he has to win titles around the globe, but the AEW Championship is the greatest of them all. Renee Paquette plays the footage of Roger Strong's reaction of their friendship. I mean, earlier in the show, they also played like MJF's kind of teasing, turning on Cole also. But he's like turning down and it's like, it comes to his senses type of shit. Renee Paquette plays the footage of that Roger Strong's reaction of their friendship. Cole talks about how people seem to have trouble comprehending when two friends can be friends. And they say that there are no issue between him and MJF. And he walks out because, I don't know. You mentioned how people can be comprehended with two men can be friends and blah blah blah. I mean, because it's hard to. He goes, Adam Cole, like, he's all about the friends with benefits with the men, behind Britt Baker's back. That's for damn sure. Darby Allin with Nick Wayne defeats Swerve Strickland and AR Fox. Again, who cares about... So basically, they gave away the match without Sting on the show. So it's like, why should we care about the pay-per-view match, right? After the match, Swerve says, this is so disappointing, and by disappointing, he means Fox. So this lasted that long. Again, no one fucking knows this AR Fox guy. This lasted like this, because no one fucking cares about this share of this AR Fox thing. Swerve asks Fox, why are you such a loser? And he couldn't even get beat up an 18-year-old child. He tells Prince Nana to handle it, and Nana says, you're fired from the Mongol embassy. And then Brian Cage comes out of nowhere and gives him a lariat or whatever. Then Darby, Nick Wayne, and Sting comes out. And then the heel duo retreats. Darby says, he meant what I said, that I always gave Fox credit for getting me here. I love you, man. And then, they all fucking embrace, and they think about their times where they were together in the car and doing what fuck all in the car and whatever the fuck. Then Darby turns to Swerve, asks him, what you have to do for London now, blah, blah, blah. And then enters Christian Cage and Luchasaurus. In a way, I kind of do like this because... I was even thinking they might do something in the pay-per-view. They might turn that coffin match like a 3, because they might have the Nick Wayne guy on the show too, some way. I don't know. Basically, it kind of works because again, Christian Cage is facing Darby at the pay-per-view. Or no. It's fucking Luchasaurus. But it kind of makes sense now. It helps make people care for now the developments for All Out. They have to make people care about All In, All Out. Come on here. Christian asks Darby and Sting if they're gonna introduce him to his little friend, and he says it's nice to meet Nick Wayne, and he understands he has a father who's dead. So basically, Christian Cage carrying the thing where he talks about dead fathers and their childs. He says he never heard of Buddy Wayne before, or he must be not very good. But the good news is because his dad was such a talentless hack, he doesn't have a lot to live up to. Because he mentioned how his dad. And you know what? Again, I like Christian doing this shit. This is great. So thank you. I'm happy Christian could do this. It's fucking great. He's not wrong too. No offense to the father. Like, come on. Backstage, we get the Young Bucks and FTR or whatever. They said, I don't know. You know what they're gonna do about what they say about you guys? They're gonna say those guys, those are the guys that the Young Bucks named on their YouTube show. I don't know. That's what the Bucks says to FTR. I don't know. Like, I don't even care about this. So they have a backstage thing like, oh, you know, we're about to wrestle you. We have history. Blah blah blah. You said fuck the revival. Whatever. I don't know. Some stupid shit. It's like it's gonna be baby face, baby base, like have to censor each other type. I don't know. But this is gonna be the biggest matchup possible, guys. Oh yeah, how can I not mention? So Cash Wheeler, what are they? Cash Wheeler, whatever. One of the FDR guys got arrested recently because he flashed a gun. I don't hate that. I don't have a problem with that. Maybe he was justified to do it. It's not like he killed somebody, so whatever. Okay, maybe he was defending himself and his family. Whatever. Okay, people. So yeah, I don't know. I bet this is gonna be the greatest tag match possible, type of shit. You know, that's basically what they basically said. You know. Yeah, that's basically what happened. Not too much to really talk about that. It's just, you know, just having a backstage interview. Ruby Soho defeats Sky Blue, and then Soho states that she has her eyes on Chris Stanlander or whatever. Roger Strong backstage says, at the end of the night, we're going to find out who the real MJF and who the real Adam Cole is and whatever. Then the Acclaims comes out with no music right after that. They said, Anthony Bonus says there's no more mind games and calls out the House of Black. The lights goes out and then the House of Black attacks them. Then Billy Gunn returns. He makes the save with a huge pop. Billy says the House of Black wanted his attention, now they got it. And he explains that what they have done, that a couple of weeks, he did do the hardest thing they ever done. Walk out on Max and Anthony, 2. Leave behind a really good career. But he was okay with that until they jumped the Acclaimed and busted Max open and hurt one of his kids. But it wasn't enough. They took his boot and destroyed it, trying to tear down the legacy that he took for 32 years to build. He says he's a Hall of Famer and the House of Black pissed all over it, and so for that, one thing for time, all or nothing. All in front of 80,000 people. They kept mentioning that, by the way, in front of 80,000 people to make it clear. You know, see, we were able to do 80,000. Okay, listen, good on you, because smarks are always going to fucking, again, a lot of smarks are going to that show. That's what they're going to fucking do. Okay, that's how smarks are. They're always going to buy a show like that. And just say, yeah, screw you, we got this. And it's not too hard to appease the fucking smarks, because a lot of smarks are in the fucking UK. But come on here. You can't even sell out your fucking normal show. Bragging about a pay-per-view, it's not, like, if you want to brag about something, how about brag about selling out every wrestling show you have? Just because you sell out one show does not make you good. Like, you got lucky with that if you don't sell out every fucking show. Just saying. If you can't sell out even your fucking normal shows, how does that mean you're good? If you're struggling to sell out one the Attitude Era was good because they were able to sell out every fucking show. Okay? That's when the wrestling was a peak time. Okay? Let's be for real here. Billy Gunn says he'll take everything from them, and it'll be the House of Black versus Kane. Unfortunately, Daddy Ass can't make the trip. There'll be a certain guy that they thought they'd never see again, and it'll be the badass coming to London, and his name is Billy Gunn. So get it? He's a different persona, Billy Gunn. I don't know what's the difference, but okay. What, is he gonna be coming like, is he gonna fucking, I'm an ass man? Are they gonna bring that song back? Oh, whatever. Jungle Boy, his segment gets moved to Saturday, or whatever. They basically filmed the entire show on the same day. I don't know what the fuck does that mean with whatever, or whatever. They're doing stuff with fucking all of fight. It's Fyter Fest 93 or 92, whatever the fuck. It'll be Jay White, Sir Strickland, Luchasaurus or Brian Cage versus Sting, Darby Allin, CM Punk, and some other stupid person that whatever. Jack Perry will retire the FTR Championship, and it's gonna be also a trios match with Orange Cassidy, Pentagon, and Eddie Kingston versus the Butcher, Blade, and Kip Sabian. What the fuck is this jobber shit? Okay, what is this jobber shit? Like, come on here. The main event, and I'm surprised that this match happened. The Hardys were facing these jobber. Again, it's like, okay, these jobber taggies are the always champion. I don't know, and I still don't care about this stupid shit about. Oh yeah, MJ mentioned like, I hate Adam Cole for making me wrestle 2 nights or two matches, but I love the guy. Whatever, that's what he said, right? They're still facing these guys, and again, they're fucking jobbers, and like, why should we care about them fucking wrestling these 2 guys when, again, no one really cares about this Aussie Open group, and like, no one cares about New Japan, and then, again, it's a title that is basically, it's like a consolation prize at this point. They're facing people for a stupid title that is dead, okay, like, come on here. And for some reason, the Hardys were fighting over it, like, I would have been more intrigued if the Hardys instead were to win this title, and I would see the Hardys. Like, imagine this: the Hardys versus MGF and Adam Cole. I would rather see that. I would rather see that. Imagine the Hardys winning this match. If anything, the Hardys should be at the pay-per-view instead. I don't know why the fuck they're not at the pay-per-view. I understand, like, Jeff Hardy had a shitty match last week, but again, that's like Tony Khan's shitty booking, right? The Hardys, and again, like, how is Jeff Hardy wrestling a tag title match? Shouldn't he be feuding, guess, with the fucking Jeff Jarrett? Like, why did they face them last week? Type of deal? I don't know, whatever. I don't get the entire shit. They basically just forgot about it because it was so fucking dumb and stupid, but the Hardys just loses. Sadly, didn't care about this match. There's no story. Why should we care about this match? It's a darn shame. Whatever. The Hardys didn't win. And like, imagine, I would rather see that match. I imagine the Hardys versus MJF and Adam Cole. That's more of a wordy match to do at your supposed WrestleMania Night 1 or whatever, right? That's what I would have rather seen. Whatever, fuck it. Whatever. Kyle Fletcher, some guy named Kyle Fletcher says there's going to be no double clothesline or the kangaroo kick at All In, as they will still be the tag champs. Okay, no one cares about your stupid tag champs anyways, because it's a dead fucking match. MJF and Adam Cole comes out. They all have a face-off with the Aussie Open, and but then they get beat up by the Aussie Open, but they all brawl a little bit. Eventually, they all got the advantage to try to take out Aussie Open, but then they retreat. Before they retreat, Adam Cole is about to do a super kick. One of them move away, and then MJF grabs the kick. And there's all this little dissension between the 2 friends and whatever. Can they get all this on the same night when they fight for the biggest time in the world? And then, like, and MJ was like, oh, is he gonna turn on him right after? He's gonna hit him with a diamond ring, and then Adam, they hug. It's like they keep hugging, like, bro, calm down with the hugging, right? I suspect there's like more of that. Like, calm down with the hug. And then they taunt him, no, can they win the tag titles, and who will be the world champion? A lot of brawls in this show tonight, which I don't have a problem. It's just like makes more sense, If it's like. Again, a lot of these feuds are not like heated rivalries. Like, that only makes sense for if you're at a heated rivalry to have all these brawls happening. If anything, by logic, all these brawls should have happened the entire night. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, I had a brawl open the show, and he had a brawl end the show, and a brawl man's type of shit, whatever. The show wasn't bad. It wasn't worse. It was like still intrigued me a little bit. Definitely didn't mind the Adam Cole MJF stuff. Just watch. I don't know. It wasn't terrible though. Was it like kind of like boring at some parts? Yeah, but it was definitely like, I would still say it was like one of the better shows to watch. Like, there's still like things like whatever. Or I don't know. Maybe I fucking like, again, I'm just like, I confused this shit because I was also watching the debate, the Republican debate, to see how that goes. If anything, that show was more fucking dynamite than this shit. So at least like, it actually made fucking, you actually cared. All that kind of stuff. I don't know. The show wasn't too bad, people. That's AEW for you. shows, whatever. It wasn't terrible, but just like it wasn't great. But yeah, I think that's what it was. It was definitely better than last week. Actually, thinking back at it, the show wasn't even that great. You know, no, it wasn't even that great. What am I saying? I think I said the show was one of the better Dynamites. I probably take that back because, like, again, like, come on here. I'm probably just again like, I probably got it confused because I watched like less of this show than like the debate. But even like when I watched this, like it was okay. Like sure, there's some third things. The Chris Jericho thing was okay. The alt beginning stuff was okay. The whole Santana Ortiz stuff and the Adam Cole thing. Okay, it was not terrible, but it's like, isn't this show really good? Some people were saying this show is a good show. Blah blah blah. That's kind of really overrating it. I mean, a lot of AEW fans always fucking overrate the show. You know what I mean? But yeah, the show wasn't the worst. Definitely better than last week. Am I excited for All In? Not really, because I don't know. I'm not that intrigued to buy the show. I'm definitely gonna just watch it on a stream, hopefully, and we'll see how that show goes in this biggest wrestling pay-per-view they have and whatever. All right, that's AEW for you. I'm just keep it real. Get your games closed. Make me see spy miss bitches go. Oh shit, oh shit. That's what I'm gonna say. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye.